Hi everyone. So I'm going to be talking about sun safety for kids. I was supposed to do my school nurse day at an elementary school, so that's kind of the target audience for this presentation. I think that it's important for kids to understand the seriousness of not protecting your skin from the sun because the most common form of cancer in the US is skin cancer. And there's three forms: basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. And melanoma is the most serious and most deadly form. Most cases of skin cancer are caused by overexposure to UV light, and we know that UV light comes from the sun, from tanning beds, and from sun lamps. Some risk factors for developing skin cancer include light skin color or skin that burns easily, having blue or green eyes, having blonde or red hair, having a large number of moles, or having a family history of skin cancer. So, getting a sunburn increases your risk of developing skin cancer. A lot of people don't realize that their skin is being damaged by the sun because it can be damaged in less than 15 minutes of being outside, and it can take up to 12 hours for skin to show the full effects of sun damage. So, a lot of people go outside, play, get burned, and don't realize until the next day when the burn is pretty serious. So, living in Arizona definitely increases our risk of skin cancer just because of how sunny it is and the amount of outdoor activities that there are to do. I found some statistics from the CDC about skin cancer. In 2016, 25.3 per 100,000 people in Arizona developed melanoma. The 5 year survival rate of melanoma is 89.2%, so it's definitely serious, but with treatment, um, it can be treated. And in 2016, 192 people in Arizona alone died of melanoma. So I think that it's definitely something serious that a lot of people don't realize is a risk until they're older. So some of the major teaching points that I think parents and kids both need to know is that it's important to wear sunscreen every day, especially when they're outside, and also to teach other ways to avoid sun exposure and to protect your skin from the sun by covering up while you're outside. So, one of the key ways to protect yourself from the sun is to wear sunscreen. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends that all kids wear SPF 30 or higher, especially when they're going to be outside. Children should wear sunscreen every day. Um, it doesn't have to be 30 SPF 30. Some sources recommended SPF 15 for daily use, and then SPF 30 when you're going to spend extended periods of time in the sun. And if you're in or near water, you need to make sure that the sunscreen is water resistant. It needs to be reapplied often, more often if in water, and it needs to be put on at least 30 minutes before going outside. And it also needs to be worn when it's cloudy or cold outside because UV rays are still present and can cause damage. There are other ways to protect yourself from the sun besides sunscreen. One of those is avoiding the sun during the hottest part of the day, which is usually 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you're going to be outside during this time, then you need to make sure to apply extra sunscreen and really protect yourself. Another way is to cover up while you're outside. So you can wear hats, especially wide brim hats, which will protect your head, your ears, your neck, your face. Also, to wear protective clothing in light colors. Kids can wear swim shirts. I know they sell those for kids and toddlers. And also to use an umbrella if you're going to be walking around outside in the sun or if you're going to be sitting somewhere for a while. Another good thing to do is to wear sunglasses to protect your eyes from the sun because those can be damaged as well. So here are some facts and questions. The first one is, do I still need to wear sunscreen in the winter or when it's cloudy? And the answer is yes. Clouds don't block the UV rays, they only filter them, and sometimes they don't filter them very well. So skin can definitely be damaged even if it's cloudy or cold outside. The next question is, how often should I reapply sunscreen? And the answer is to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours, and especially after sweating, swimming, or drying off with a towel, because that can remove the sunscreen that you're wearing. And the third question is, what should I do if I get sunburned? The answer for that is to apply aloe vera gel or cool wet compresses to the affected areas. You can apply moisturizing cream as long as it's not petroleum based to rehydrate and prevent the skin from itching. And children can take ibuprofen or acetaminophen to treat the pain. Parents should contact their doctor if their child gets a sunburn that is severe or if it blisters. So the fourth question is, do I really need to wear sunscreen every day? The answer is yes. I think a lot of kids have a hard time understanding that sunscreen needs to be worn daily, not just when they're doing like outdoor activities or swimming. But if you're planning on going outside at all during the day, you should wear sunscreen. So most kids who are in elementary school are going to be having recess a couple of times a day, which means that they should definitely wear sunscreen. A minimum of SPF 15 is acceptable for daily use, but SPF 30 or higher is definitely preferred. And the final question is, what if I want to tan? Is that okay as long as I don't burn? The answer is no. Any change in color of the skin indicates sun damage. Tans and burns both mean damage from UV rays. Burns are just more severe, but they all indicate damage. So here are some resources. There's a page on sun safety for kids, and it also has some tips for educators and school nurses as well. There's another website that is sun safety tips for parents and how to talk to their kids about sun safety. And then the third resource is just general sun safety tips from the CDC. Here are my references. Thanks for listening.